Later on, you chop off the finger with these scissors. And glue it back on.
You can't get a big fat infection if we cut our teeth and glue them back on. Prepare and contact crack.
Shalom, you guys.
Okay.
Say shalom.
Shalom.
Why are you cutting that paper? Why are you acting like that? I already told you to lie. You gonna cut up today? And why do you guys have the scissors? How many times do I say you do not need that stuff? All you need is your pencil and your notebook and your Bible. Put that paper in the trash can now. Go grab a scarf.
Mystery.
How do you like my idea of the fan? How do you like my idea?
Can you guys hear us over the fans? The fan's too loud. Is it on one? Is the fan on one?
Like on
No,
500.
it's on.
It was on 500.
Put it on one.
Yeah, no, it's on one.
First it was on like 500.
We're gonna have to speak louder than
While I get all situated, can you guys please tell everybody
Me.
how your week? You will both get a chance. Don't be rude. Tell everybody how your week was. Go ahead, Ariana.
But the other times I didn't get to have a chance.
Every time I ask you to share how your week was, every single time.
But last week you didn't let me.
I'm sure. Go ahead and share.
This week was awesome. It's because we what was it? What did we do from? I didn't remember that. What?
I don't know. Your teacher came back this week.
Oh yeah, our teacher came back and we had so much fun. And guess what? Tomorrow, next week, I have something super cool to share. Don't say it or don't say it.
Tomorrow she's gonna pee in the bed.
what she really does the next day.
Okay. So you done sharing?
and wait, oh yeah. And that we get to make a new thing for mystery science, which what we do in school. And if you want to download mystery science, they got projects, videos, mini lessons, and I think Wonder and C chart, so you can write all your answers down and questions and whatever.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, Kamari.
My day was good.
Can you please stop chewing on your pencil through your shirt? Put your shirt down. Sit up, both of you. Elbows off the table. Put your pencil down. Okay, Kamara, please share how your week was.
Oh, week was awesome.
Clearly, we don't need to have class today because y'all are just acting out. You don't want a class today?
Yeah,
Okay, let's stop that.
today was good. We got to chill, watch Nanas. We got to watch We Can Be Heroes. Oh, and We Can Be Heroes. You know, family reunion. The boys are in the
Shaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So we got to watch him, and then after that, Nanas went and got 2 packs of Pop-Tarts, which means she had 4 Pop-Tarts and 2 bags of popcorn, which is a lot of junk food. And that was amazing to see that somebody could eat that much for a movie, and I like that. That was awesome.
You like to see that your nanas is going to eat a bunch of junk food?
Yeah. I like to watch anybody eat a whole bunch of junk food.
Okay. Alright, so now that we're done with that,
We're going to talk about
guess
good
what?
and
I'm
bad
nine.
concepts.
no.
I'm 9.
Yeah. Oh, Ariel is 9. That's right. Ariel turned 9 this week.
Not this week. Before last week,
It
before
was
that
Sunday, right? Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Not last Sunday.
This
It was
past
the 27th
Oh,
of
Lord.
December.
Yes. Okay, so Ariel's 9. Yay, Ariel. Being 9. Alright, so this week, our lesson is called Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool?
Baba, black sheep.
No,
not-
Baba.
Yeshua sheep, have you any wool?
Wait,
Yes.
hold up.
Yeshua, yes, yes. 3 bags full.
Yes, come on.
Baba, father sheep, have you any more? Light up the whole town with
Okay, we're done.
darkness.
We're not. Okay, so I'm saying you can leave.
No.
So then why are you bringing out? It's nothing to do with what we're talking about. And stop doing that to that Bible. Do you think you're going to make it worse or better by doing that?
Worse.
So then stop it. Stop it. It's not the Ariel show. Y'all, I'm going to kick them out. It's just going to be you and me because apparently they don't want to do this project. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to sit in the beds. They just, I don't even know. Usually on a weekday I'd make them go run around the house, but it's a Sabbath. So we're not going to do it. So we're going to start off with singing a song. Sit up. Hands in your lap. Both of you. Sit back. So it's to the tune of Baba, Black Sheep, but we have different lyrics. So I'm going to sing it once for you guys and you guys are going to join in. Ready? Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool? What do you say? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for the saints, 1 for the father that sits it by the way. Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. And there's a purpose to the way I came to lyrics. Because it's okay. We'll say it again. Sit up. Sit up. Ready? Ready? Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, and 1 for the saints. 1 for the fatherless who sits by the bank. By the bank. That's nice. Oh, look, Mark put dubs on it. I like that. You like that? Sit by the way or sit by the bank?
Bank.
Okay. We're not talking about the bank that you go to. We're like the bank by the river.
What's a bank right?
It's like, kind of like, you know, you have the sand on the beach, but on the beach, on the river, you don't have sand. So the bank is kind of like
It's
the
a
place
sandy
where the
beach.
Where
Like,
the
it's
people
a beach,
walk
but it's
on.
like a
Yes.
river.
No,
It's a
stop. On the beach, you have sand. On a river, you don't have sand. You have dirt. And so the bank is like the part where kind of the water kind of comes in,
Oh,
then
like-
kind of doesn't.
Like this.
We're not going
This
to
is
do that.
the bank.
We're not going to do that. Thank you. So we're going to change it, right? So, Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for the saints, 1 for the fatherless who sits by the bank. Baba, Yeshua sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Yep, that's it. Yahweh Shalom said, Shabbat Shalom, beautiful people. Everybody said Shabbat Shalom to Yahweh.
Shabbat shalom.
Damn.
I was just dancing to the end of the song where like I put
Or you can not, or you can keep that.
nope.
Right. So today I want to talk to you, obviously, about sheep. Correct?
Yes.
Makes sense that we sang that song and we're going to talk about sheep.
And yesterday we
But
were
mostly, we're going to talk about shepherds.
What's a shepherd?
We're going to talk about.
I was
So,
about to know the answer.
I don't need you to say anything. I need you both to put a bubble in your mouth, and if you have something to say, you raise your hand and your hand should be in your lap. Hands in your lap. Thank you. If you have something to say, what are you going to do? Thank you. Other than that, where's your hand going to be? Thank you. And your cheeks should look like chickens. Nope, you're failing. All right. So today we're going to talk about the qualifications of a shepherd. If you have a good shepherd, you also have to have a
Sheep.
Go get it. Wash off right now. No, if you have a good shepherd, you also have to have a what kind of shepherd?
Stick shepherd. A good shepherd.
If you have a good, you have to have a bad.
That's
there are good shepherds, there are bad shepherds. So a shepherd is somebody who watches after cattle, sheep, horses,
Goats.
all of that stuff. Goats,
Pigs.
I guess, pigs. Pigs are kind of like, they don't really, the shepherds are more so for like animals that kind of graze and roam on the grasslands. And pigs don't really roam on grasslands. Pigs kind of just stay in pens. So I wouldn't have think pens, right? So what kind of shepherd would you want?
Good.
You want a good shepherd or a bad shepherd? Yes, thank you for raising your hand, Kumar.
Good.
Good job. Put your hand back in your lap. Right. Yes, Arya.
Good.
That's right. So we all want to follow the path of a good shepherd, because if we turn to Matthew 15 and 14.
Wait. My hair's sticking out.
No, that's not the hair. It's the fringe on the start. Matthew 15 and 14. Scoot over a little bit.
Chapter 15.
Yep. Kamari, your finger's on it? Okay, go ahead, Kamari.
Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if they blind lead the blindfolded, they shall fall into a ditch.
Where do you see folded? And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. So if I'm a blind person, right? And I'm going to take your hand and you're blind and we're going to be walking, you're following me. But I can't see, right? So where am I going to lead you to? Exactly, we don't know. And
In the
if
middle
like
of
the
the
blind lead the blind, they both can fall in the ditch. Your hand was not ready, put a bubble in your mouth, right? So we don't want to lead, we don't want to follow a shepherd that cannot see. We don't want to follow a shepherd that is not wise, right? Because the shepherd leads the sheep. Please move your foot in front of you. Thank you. So our instructor or our shepherd will be the greatest example that ever walked the earth. Who do you think I'm talking about?
Yeshua.
No, thank you. Hands in your lap. Kamari.
Yeshua.
Yes. Yeshua. So picking off about what we talked about last week, right? Because last week we talked about examples, right? And we talked about the example that Yeshua left for us and how he left the greatest example. So everything that he wanted us to do, he came and showed us to do it, right? Okay. So this is why he sends his son to be a perfect example so we know what to expect in a shepherd. So as I'm going to read this next verse or this next passage, I want you guys to take notes and compare and contrast. So I made a little sample of compare and contrast because we're going to compare and contrast good shepherds versus bad shepherds. So you're going to take your notebook, stop, put your arm down, put your hand down. You're going to take your notebook and open it sideways. So, yep, just like this. And you're going to put a line down the middle. I have your pencil, sorry. Find a new piece of paper, Kai. That's not really the middle. That was a more, that's not the middle. That's not the middle. That's not the middle. Girl. Eyes are off. There you go. Yes, Kamara, good job. All right, turn it sideways.
But this one got more
Okay.
this.
Way better than what you had before.
No, mine's
Right? So on one side, write good, and on the other side, write bad. We're comparing and contrasting good shepherds versus bad shepherds. One side, write good, not good. Make sure you write good with a D. Yes. She want to poo-poo? Okay, I'll be in there just a second. And on the other side, you're going to write bad.
Jinx.
Your hand's supposed to be in your lap unless you're writing, and then you're supposed to have a bubble in your mouth. Yes, Kamari. Oh, go ahead, open your mouth.
My cheeks, I hurt.
Okay, anything else that you want to share with us?
Oh, I want.
Okay, well, you share with them while I go change the Harley's diaper, which is why I wanted you to see. You can share after him, and it better be about what we're talking about. I'll be right back.
So what I think what's going to happen is the good, what she means is, let's say you're still in sin because you have to kill your sin. Like yesterday, you baptized, so you have to baptize. You have to destroy the sins in your body. But when you're baptized, you become a new animal. So let's say one is blind and you're following the blind. That's my question. Let's see if any of you guys can answer it. Let's say you're unfolded, but the other is blind. Then where would it lead you to? Because it said the blind and the blind will find the ditch. But what happens if the blind and the seeable that can see?
Did you share what you wanted to share, Ariel?
No.
Share.
I had to tell him what happened if the unblind and shows the blind person. They won't fall in the ditch because the unblind will see the ditch, so he would just go away.
Yeah, good job. That's correct. That's why we shouldn't follow blind people because they can't lead us, right? So I'm going to read in Ezekiel, right? You don't have to go there. You're going to be taking notes about the qualifications for a good shepherd and a bad shepherd. Yes, I'm sorry. Why didn't you share while I was gone?
Because I was still talking.
Okay, go ahead. Finish sharing what you're sharing.
So, what a shepherd is like Yeshua, and all the goats or all the animals are like the humans on earth.
That's true. Okay, so Ezekiel chapter 34, starting at verse 2 is where I'm going to read. Be taking notes. First it's going to talk about the bad shepherds, then it's going to talk about the good shepherds. No. You're taking, or you compare and contrast. So if I say something, a characteristic that's a good shepherd, put it on the good shepherd side. If I say a characteristic that's a bad shepherd, put it on the bad shepherd side. Again, we've got a pair of contrast paper. If you don't have the notebook, my children have a notebook that they utilize for every class. So if you wanted to do the same, let's move this a little bit closer. All right. Here we go. So, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Why do you think he would say prophesy against them? They're doing good things or bad things?
Bad.
Yes. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yah unto the shepherds, Woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. So what do? Bad shepherds do what?
Do feed.
They feed themselves. Who do you think they should feed? Kamari.
The sheep.
You can, while I'm reading this, you can just, if you have something to say, you can say it, because I'm going to be looking at it most of the time. Right? Should not the shepherds feed the flocks, right? Ye eat the fat and clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. What happens if you don't feed your flock?
They're gonna die.
They're going to die. That doesn't sound like a good thing. The distressed have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick. So, the disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which were sick. So, if you have an animal sick, what should you do with them?
Heal them?
Take them to the vet, give them something to heal them, right? Neither have ye bound up that which is broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away. Yes, ma'am.
We need to pick that. I can't get all the...
It's okay. Keep going. Just keep writing. Take notes. It doesn't have to be sentences. So neither have you brought back that which was driven away. Neither have you sought that which was lost. But with force and with cruelty have you ruled them. That isn't very nice. And they were scattered because there is no shepherd. and they became meat to all the beasts of the field. When they were scattered, my sheep wandered through all the mountains, and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon the face of the earth. None did search or seek after them. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Who do you think the shepherds of Israel are? Ariel kind of already touched on it. I didn't hear what Kamari said, but Ariel already touched on it. Said the flock, right, are the people.
The flock is the people. I don't remember what verse, but it says, "Don't let the wolves," and the wolves are the people that are trying to take you. And so, what it means by the sheep being sick is the sheep, the people that are being attacked or they're getting dead.
Stop chewing on that piece of paper. Take it out of your mouth now, so you can talk.
Or like downing on themselves, like they want to commit suicide or they need help. Is that what it means?
Yeah, possibly, or they could just need spiritual healing. But who are the shepherds of Israel? Because this is the problem. Pastors. Good job, Kamari, right? So he's talking about the pastors that aren't taking care of what? The people of Israel, right? They feed themselves, they collect tithes and offering, and they only use it to benefit themselves. They don't worry about the people. When the people are sick, they don't care about the people. When the people are scattered, they don't go looking for the people. They don't try and bring them back. So he's talking about the pastors. Good job. As now going on to verse 8. So this is Ezekiel 34. Yes, starting at verse 8. As I live, saith the Lord, surely because the flock became prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did the shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves, and fed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yah, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding to the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. So the Almighty said that he's going to take the flock from these wicked pastors, right? Because the pastors are just abusing the people. They're not even using the people for the glory of the Most High. They're only using them for their own soul benefit. So he said, I'm not going to let you do that to my sheep anymore, right? For thus saith the Lord, behold, even I will both search for my sheep and seek them out. Because what happens, if you have a pastor that's bad, sometimes people go back into the world. And they're like, oh, God's not real, because if God's real, then he wouldn't allow this. So the Most High said he's going to go back and he's going to get those people. He's going to go find his sheep that are lost. Did the bad shepherds, did he seek the lost sheep? No, he didn't care about them, right? As a shepherd seeketh out a flock in the day, that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and I will deliver them out of all places where they have scattered in the cloudy and in the dark day. And I will bring them out from the people, and I will gather them from the countries, and I will bring them to their own land, and feed them upon the mountains of Israel, by the rivers, and in all inhabited places of the country. Yes?
It's like in Egypt how he's saying that he's going to take his people from Egypt and and get all his other scattered people from other places with races and take him into Hebrew.
That's a good connection. Good job, Ariel. I will feed them in the good pasture, and upon, so this you should be taking notes about the good shepherd, because we're talking about good shepherds now. I will feed them in the good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie in a good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, saith the Lord Yah. I will seek that which is lost, and bring again that which was driven away. I will bind up that which was broken, and I will strengthen that which is sick. But I will destroy the fat of the strong. What? Okay, take her down. Don't let her be over there. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment. And as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord Yah, behold, I will judge between cattle and cattle, and between rams and he-goats. Come on, go get her Uncle Justin. It seemeth it a small thing unto you that I have unto you have eaten the good pasture, but ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures, and have drunk the deep waters, but ye must foul the residue with your feet. And as for my flock, they eat that which ye have trodden with your feet, and drink that which ye have fouled with your feet. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yah unto them, Behold, I will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle, because ye have thrust with side and with shoulder, and have pushed the disease with your horns, till ye have scattered them abroad. Therefore I will save my flock, and they shall no more be prey, and I will judge between cattle and cattle. You got it down? Something interesting I want you to notice. The good shepherd does not allow bad cattle to be in the mix, right? He says he's going to judge between cattle and cattle. What do you think, or who do you think are the bad cattle?
Sinners.
Right? What do we know about having sinners in the mix?
Bad.
Loving to fun.
Yep.
Like David, how he did something bad on the other person.
No, David did some bad stuff too, but that's not really loving of the lump. But yep, that's why the Most High says you got to get them out, because if you don't, then they're going to make all the other.
They're gonna see. So it would be like, let's say some of my friends about them cheating on somebody, and then so they'll be like, well,
they got away with it, then I
can get away with it.
Yep. Get your finger out your mouth. So why do you think the Most High? Will separate the good from the bad?
Because he doesn't want them mixing up each other
and making a whole lot go to sinners.
Yep. Okay. And I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. He shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. And I, the Lord, will be their Yah, and my servant David, a prince among them. I, the Lord, have spoken it. So do you think David is the shepherd that this passage is talking about?
Yes.
You think David is? Nope, because this prophet that's talking came after, not Yah, Yeshua. Right? Yeshua is our get your finger out of your mouth. Put your leg down. Sit up. Hands in your lap. Bubble in your mouth. Yeshua is our perfect example. John 10.
Gospel John?
Gospel John 10. Starting at verse 7. Okay, you have to read 7 through 11. Sit down.
Then he said Yeshua unto them, Again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter, and he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. What's a pasture?
Pasture's like, you know, when we go,
Like a plain?
yeah, like just an open grassy field. You know, sometimes you drive by places and the field is just open and grassy. Yeah, that's like a pasture. That's where sheep are. Where, you know, when we're leaving town and all those cows are like,
Cows.
yeah.
And the horses.
Yeah, and the horses.
And the bulls.
Yes. Okay, keep going, Aria.
But the thief cometh not, but for to steal and kill and to destroy. I come that they might have life, and that they might have it more in
Abundantly?
What's abundantly?
Abundantly means like a lot, like overflowing extra.
Or like
we have bread, but we have an abundant amount of bread. It's like we have so much extra amount of bread. Yes, ma'am.
like if we can drink some good water. We got lots of water, but we got extra more water from the rain.
Yep.
Like that.
11, verse 11.
I am the good shepherd. The good spirit giveth his life for the sheep.
The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep, right? So, Psalms 23, sorry. Kamari, what's taking so long to put down a knife?
Psalms
A good shepherd gives his life or gives his sheep peace, right? Because they know that they are taken care of. Psalms 23.
There.
Sit down. Marcy, she knows.
What number, Mom?
Starting at verse 1.
There.
With Marcy.
The,
What, Nava? What is that? You're going to just go to your room. You're going to play in your room.
the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Keep going.
He maketh me to lie down in the green pastures.
Mm-hmm.
He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Keep going.
Oh,
Keep going.
I get it. He destroyeth my soul. He leadeth me into my plan of the white towns, righteousness for his name's sake.
Yea.
Yea, though I walk through death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort.
They comfort me. 1 Peter 5 and 7. So a shepherd gives his sheep peace, right? Do you want a shepherd that stresses you out? Somebody who's supposed to be looking over you, and all they do is stress you out. They're making you sad. You're worried, like, oh, are we going to really be safe over here? I don't think they're really going to protect us. Is that the kind of shepherd you want?
Mm-mm.
No, right? You want a shepherd that gives you peace. Does the Almighty give us?
Chapter 1.
1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 7.
Wait, where is chapter 5? There.
Sit down.
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Right? That's what the Most High, right? That's what Yeshua does for us, right? We can cast our cares upon him. We know that he's the good shepherd, that he's going to take care of us. So there's nothing that we're going to go through that he can't see, that he doesn't know about, and that he isn't concerned about, and is caring enough to help us and protect us and take care of us, right? That's why they call Yeshua the good shepherd. All those things that are on your good side, when you look at your compare and contrast, right? All those qualifications on the good side of your compare and contrast, those are the qualifications of Yeshua, right? Those are all of he makes sure we're fed. When we're sick, does he make sure that we're okay? Does he take care of us? Right. Does
like
he?
when Zahara said.
Right, yeah. Does he heal and nurture us? Does he separate the bad people away from us? Right? Those are all the qualifications of a good shepherd.
Okay, now we are good stuff.
Yes, hold on. So it's super important to make sure that we have the right shepherd, because if we continue, verse 8 from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Now we're on verse 8. Ariel, go ahead.
Be sober.
Sober.
Be
Sober.
sober and violent, because
Vigilant.
because your
Adversaries the devil,
as
like
a
roaring lion,
walketh
is about seeking whom he will devour. Can a sheep fight a lion? No. Who can fight a lion though?
David.
The shepherd and David. Good job, Ariel. Now we're going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 34. My nose itches. Is Is that fan bothering you?
Don't mind. It's been like this the whole day.
Go put some peppermint on it.
Wait, where's Samuel?
Go put some
It's
water.
Old Testament. Peppermint.
Wait, Samuel's.
1 Samuel.
Yeah, read this.
So I'm going to go ahead and read it. 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel.
It's
1 Samuel.
it's 300. Three. That's 7. 5. That's 5. That's 4.
Okay. But David said to Saul, your servant was tending his father's sheep when a lion or a bear came and took the sheep from the flock. I went out after it and attacked it and rescued the sheep from its mouth. And when it rose up against me, I grabbed it by its mane and struck it and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. So that's what a good shepherd's supposed to do, right? He's supposed to kill the lion, he's supposed to kill the bear, he's supposed to kill anything, the wolves like Kamari talked about earlier, anything that comes to attack the sheep. The shepherd is there to protect the sheep, right?
Who farted?
We already know who farted, and you did earlier. Did you want me to put you on blast when you farted earlier? Because he wasn't even here. Right? So you could have just kept right on pushing, just like I did when you farted and you thought I didn't smell you. So okay, well, so did yours, but I didn't say anything. Apologize to him. Sit up and apologize to him. Girl does not smell that bad. And Kamari, you could have excused yourself. Y'all know how it is with these kids. They be some, especially these boys, man. These boys be some pootin' butt boys, I swear. So, finally, the last point I want to make about, okay, we'll actually go ahead and we'll read the good, read your good and your bad. So why don't we just talk about the good? Why don't we just talk about the good shepherd? Because that's what matters.
Okay, y'all.
Well, we'll read both. So Kamari, go ahead and read your good first, and then read your bad.
Okay, God's willing to help them, feed them, give them their own land where they can eat, separate them. Fix the ones that are like hurt, and is willing to die for the sheep.
Good point. Good job. And your bad shepherds, what do the bad shepherds do?
Do not protect the sheep. Don't feed them. Don't help the sheep that are sick, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, Ariel, what do you have for your good shepherd?
Yeshua will give the people to a new shepherd and new land.
Okay, and what do you have for the bad shepherd?
They feed themselves and don't take care of the sheep.
That's right. So we know the bad shepherd, so when you're out, and we know that the shepherds are what? The pastors, right? They aren't sinners, but they're the pastors. So we know if we see a pastor that only takes care of himself, who doesn't take care of the sheep, right? Doesn't feed the sheep. We know that those are pastors. Those are blind leaders, right? And if the blind lead the blind, where are they going to go?
To a ditch.
That's right. So finally, my last point is that I want to make about the flock. What kind of flock do you want to be? The good flock that listens and stays under protection of the good shepherd, Yeshua, or the goat that does what it wants to and goes where it wants to? What happens if you're a sheep and you go where you want to go? What could happen to you?
You can get taken by a bear, a wolf, a lion, or a dinosaur. Roar! Okay.
Or a dinosaur, right? Not sure where that came from. Okay, we're going to go to Matthew 25, 31 through verse 31.
Matthew, verse 31.
25.
Yeah, that's true.
Right here, what's the bottom of your shirt?
25, verse 31.
Yep, you're going to go through 34.
31.
You need to learn to breathe when you read. That way you'll stop yawning so much. Take a breath. Not like that. Okay, keep going.
When the son of man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered of all nations, and he is
And he shall separate them
one from another, and as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. Wait,
Yeah.
Revelations 2.
Keep going.
And he should set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left hand.
Keep going.
No wonder why it says
Keep going.
Then shall the king say unto his right hand, Come ye blessed, my Father, entereth the kingdom.
Inherit.
The kingdom prepared for you from the fountain of
The
the
foundation of the world. Right?
Wait,
so the
and
sheep
then
inherit the kingdom from the that has been prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Yes, ma'am.
And then the sinners would think that Yeshua's going to say the same thing to them, but they end up he's going to say something else to them, and then they're going to end up going to hell.
Yep. I don't know, like fire,
And
right?
no wonder why it says, don't let your right hand know what the left hand's doing, and don't let your left hand know what the right hand's doing.
That's a little bit different. That's like not telling people like the good works that you do. So who is, just to recap, right? Who is the shepherd of this earth?
Yeshua.
Right? Or no, who are the shepherds of this earth?
Yeshua and Yah.
Pastors.
Pastors.
Right? But who is our main shepherd who lives eternally?
Yeshua and Yah.
Who are the same person. Okay,
Wait,
what is the
Yah?
danger of having a bad shepherd?
I don't.
What is the danger of having a bad shepherd? Sit up.
You could find it. You could get lost, get eaten, or they accidentally be killed.
Okay. And finally, we're going to sing our song again, which we changed our song, right? Thanks to Kamari. We have our sheep, our fatherless that sit by the bank. So, Baba,
Yes,
sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for the saints. 1 for the fatherless that sits by the bank. Baba, sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
What about lake?
Bank
Lake.
is better than lake, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about, you can sing it how you want to. Now I'm going to talk about why I picked the things. So we know about, like, people having good fruits, right? How we're supposed to have good fruits, and our fruits are supposed to be for, like, the brothers and sisters in the ministry or whatever, right? So I said for the master, right? Because when we have our walk, who are we living our lives for? We live our lives to serve who?
Yeshua.
Yeshua, right? First commandment. Love Yah, right? With all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, right? 1 for the saints. What's the second commandment?
To love you and to love thy neighbor.
Right, so we're supposed to love our brothers and sisters, right? So the saints. So that's why we have our master, which is Yeshua, or Yah. Stop that. That's disgusting. And then the other one will be for the saints. That comes the first 2 commandments. And then the Most High is always concerned about the fatherless and the widows, right? People who cannot protect themselves. The widow doesn't have a husband, and the fatherless don't have a father. That's why I said the last bag of wool would be for them, right? Because they can make coats, right? So that's why I put those lyrics in the thing. So one more time. From the top.
Baba, Yeshua,
have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for the saints. 1 for the fatherless and 1 for the bank. Baba, Yeshua, sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
M.
The end. You're doing
Why?
Okay, so now we're going to work on our mask. our little sheet mask. And this is actually twofold, so I cheated because this mask is, we're using these for our play. So they're going to finish up their mask that they already started the other day, which is going to be for our play, the Three Little Billy Goats. So here's my mask that I colored, and you can have your children color it the traditional way of a sheep, but I wanted to allow them some creativity, so this one's mine. And to make this mask real simple, you're just going to need a paper. No volume. To make this mask, you're just going to need a paper plate and cotton balls and some kind of string or elastic or something, and glue. So here is Nava's. This is the one that Nava started coloring. Mark, can you go get Nava? Stop chewing on yourself. Go put the Bibles up. Go put your notebooks up. Here's Nava's. You don't want me to show them yours? You're okay. Here's Ariel's. Again, both of theirs are colorful. They actually told me, or showed me, that I should make mine colorful because I probably would have made it plain. And here's Kamari. Kamari, of course, had to be difficult. Didn't listen to any of the instructions. Just did his own little thing, and this is where it got me. But
it looks better than everybody else.
He thinks his looks better than everybody, so we'll let him keep that. We'll let him leave that. Go ahead and cut the light off on it, please, Ty. So you didn't give me a plate. Bring me a plate too. So again, the what you're gonna need for this project are cotton balls, basic everyday cotton balls, scissors, glue. Usually, I'm a fan of silicone glue, but this one, I think Elmer's glue would probably be better. A pencil and some yarn. So I'm going to let them finish because again, they've already gotten started, and I will show you guys how to finish up the project. I'm going to take this mask off because actually it's too sharply. It's hard to focus. Where's that pencil? Where's your pencil? Where's your pencil away? Where'd Nava be? So Nava, come on. Yeah. Oh. Where's Ozzy?
She's shopping somewhere. She said.
Okay. There you go. Get yours now. So I'm going to turn the camera here so I can show you guys. Sit down. You guys are going to share the cotton balls. Did you open the back here? So what you guys are going to do. Stop, Zahara. No. What you guys are going to do is you're going to take the cotton balls, right? You're going to put glue on top of your, flip it over. You're going to put glue on top of here, and you're going to kind of stretch the cotton ball out. I'll show you guys too. You're going to kind of stretch the cotton ball out. That way it looks fuzzy, and you're going to glue it up there. Nava, I would suggest you move your horns if you want them longer, because all this is going to be covered, but if not, you can just leave it. So you're going to put glue here and cover all that up with cotton balls. So here's the glue. One of these is open.
Hello, Charles. You like my scarf? I got it for myself.
There. Right, here's some cotton balls down there by you. Remember, you're going to stretch them out. You, ma'am, need to get in your chair.
Boxes.
Yes, sir. 3 bags full. One frozen box.
Why aren't we getting those toothpicks for these?
What secret things?
That we did last time for our kind of like a.
You know, don't put so much glue, because I put so much glue on mine and it made it kind of heavy. Alright, okay. So you're going to take your plate, and about halfway from your plate, you're going to draw a line, and then you're going to come down for the nose and come back up in a line. So I'm going to draw that now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So again, halfway on your paper plate, do not discard any parts of your paper plate, because you're going to actually use the remaining of the paper plate to make the rest of your sheepity-dee.
Just keep unfolding to stretch everyone out.
No, we're not going to just stretch everyone out.
It's not a sheep. It's a
Baby,
three
you don't
big
need to put it all the way down there.
It's 3 illegal bucks.
Look at mine. Look at mine. Look at mine. Look at mine. There you go. Yeah, I know, but it's actually a sheep. Our goats are actually sheep, but
Wait.
it doesn't really matter because they're kind of similar in that regard. Ariel, you see this glue sitting right here in front of your face? It doesn't, use that glue right there. You're sharing. Sharing is caring.
No, it isn't.
Oh, I remember Nava, how she always used to say sharing is caring.
So, let me make it darker so you can see.
Oh, it won't come out.
I would suggest you just sketching it lightly. Then once you get your shape, you can come back. Again, you're going to cut. Is it open? I open the inside, so I'm saying is the turning part open at the top. I already took it out. Special closest, sweetheart.
I'm going to put the no ones on the top, I think.
Yeah, put more glue. Not a lot of glue. See? There you go. So there you go. You see that better? So what you're going to do is, here is the rim of the plate. I know it's probably hard for you to see. So you're going to draw your nose down to the rim of the plate. And again, all this that you're cutting out, you're going to keep that. So don't discard of all this portion. You're going to keep that for the rest of your sheep. This is eco sheeping.
Mom, they look like eyes.
They look like eyes? Yeah, put it all over.
Yeah. Wait for it.
So after you sketch out the outline for the face, for the
Sorry.
forehead, Ariel, you have the whole bag of cotton balls right here, sweetheart.
And that goes right to the line side. Alright, this must be messed up. Sorry. Oh, you need some glue first.
Having this sheep's thing on my head makes it hard to focus, making my eyes work like they're two separate eyes. And so usually your eyes work as one piece, but usually right now they're working as one thing, but they're right now working as two. So okay, this is what you should end up with, and this is the head part, the forehead part of your sheep. It'll look just like this. Down here is going to be your, actually, then you turn it over because I always mess this up. Down here, you want it so that the rounded part is going on the forehead because that just is more aerodynamically.
Thank you,
Arrow something. It works better because your forehead has a round to it. So flip it over. And then you're going to draw the nose down here at the bottom.
I need some more piece.
So I'm going to draw a nose. The nose looks something like a, I guess like a strawberry. Ah. So the nose looks something like a strawberry with two little nostrils inside. I hope that makes sense. So this is the part where you can have your children color it however they can. You can have them draw their nose. I drew my children's nose, but you can have them color it however they want. You want it to be just black because a normal sheep's nose would be black. So if you want it to be black, you can have it be black. Nobody colored their nose black here. Everybody colored their nose some kind of color. So you can let your children color how you want. Now here, up here is where you're going to put all your cotton balls. But before we get there, first you have to turn this into your ears and into your horns, if you want them to have horns. And in technicality, female sheep do not have horns. Only the male sheep do. But the horns just look cool, so we put horns on ours. So you're going to cut this is what's left. You're going to cut this in half. Then the rim. Yeah, keep going.
What happens if the shepherd came up and said,
The rim, I'm talking. The rim, I don't know if you can see that, right here, you're going to cut this out, and this now is going to become one of your ears. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. This is hard to cut like this. I can't see. See? Now I've got a little sheepy ear, which you can fancy it up and round this corner off because it's a little sharp. Round it off like that. Boom, you got your ear. Then what you would do with this is you're going to make your little the inside the ear, make that. So they would color this, and then you would glue this on to the side like so. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do the other side.
Mom, you are using the laser
Like so?
like this, like so.
Like so? That's not illusion.
Yes, it is. Like so. Go like so.
Yeah, go so. They don't say like so, they just say go so.
No, they go like so.
Like so.
So then there you go, I've cut my other side and I rounded off the tip. Can you not pour them all out? It is important to make sure that you've got the flat side being attached to this. This is the side that's going to attach to the plate. So make sure that you're making or having them decorate on the right side, because my children had to redecorate because I did it wrong. And then these are going to be your horns. So again, being aerodynamic, aerodynamic, you know what I'm trying to say. So the horns are going to point outward, but you want them to kind of arch. So going with the arch of the plate, make sure that you cut the horns the right way. I always cut my horns incorrectly. So it's better if you lay them out so you know, because
This looks like a marshmallow.
what happens is I end up having them like go like this, which then I've got one of the arches on the inside and one of the arches on the outside. I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'm anal, so it matters to me. So make sure that they're going the right way, and make sure you cut or you round the right part of the horn. If you by chance happen to round the wrong part of the horn, it's okay. You just have to go back and
This is all the
round the other part. Can you not fight with each other?
No, I just took off my entire thing.
Just say, Nava, can you not do that, please? There you go. Problem solved. See? There we go. Now I've got my two horns cut. Again, this is the part. Shh. You don't need to put more on top. Just put it on the plate. Because you're going to make it too heavy. So then, here's the two horns. Again, you can have them color it any color they want. Mark, can you get her a cup of water, please? I need to get the stapler so I can attach these. It's the easiest way to attach. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna help.
So I'm going to attach my first ear. This is all going to be covered with the cotton ball, so it doesn't really matter if there's a staple in it. I stapled mine behind. You can staple yours in front. And again, it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered with a cotton ball. All done, Nava? You need more cotton balls? You have cotton balls right here. You're not even stretching them out. You just put them up there. Stretch them out. Yeah, I got you.
What would I do? I just stand right up here, Mommy.
Huh? No, you already have glue on your thing. So then here is the mask. Right? Here's the head, the horns. This is the uncolored version, obviously. Here's the horns, but this is the basis for the mask. Now, what we're going to do is work on this part. I found tricky, but I guess it kind of depends on what you're using. So here's my piece of yarn that looks ridiculous. I'm going to pull it. I doubled the yarn because the yarn is really thin. So I doubled my yarn for my headband. And I put tape to secure it, and then I stapled over it. So you're going to have to measure your child's head, because how big their head is will matter to how much, what's the word I'm looking for? How much, well, not how much string, but how much leave you'll leave in it, like how much space you're going to leave. Okay, hold on, Nava. So I'm just going to staple this because this is really for nobody, because everybody has theirs. And again, I taped mine first, but you don't have to. And again, all the staples are going to be covered up by the cotton ball, so it doesn't matter. You gave her her cut pad? Okay, you gave her some? So then here you go. This is for a big head person, apparently. It's not gonna fit you. It's gonna be a big person. So, and then that's the end of the project. Again, I'll show you the back of mine. I put tape and I stapled it, but you don't have to. It was just, I found that way was better to secure it. And that is the end of our sheet. So I'm going to staple.
Is it too heavy?
Probably. It's got glue on the back of it somehow, some way. So I'm going
Oh,
to
it
put.
actually fits me very well.
It does? No, you tied it or something in the front. It's too big. Hold on, Nava. I gotta do Ariel's
It really
first.
did fit me.
I'd be like, your head is big, boy. You got that from your daddy. Nava, patience. I asked you to wait. I first needed, I have Ariel's right here. I can only do one at a time.
She doesn't got 4 hands now.
I don't have 6 hands, Nava. What does she want now, Kai? Can you give her some more graham
She
crackers?
wants to do the floss.
I'm gonna just cut this. I don't have patience. I can't find it.
She wants to do the floss.
I'm sure that's exactly what she doesn't want to do.
What kind of crackers?
They're on the counter, I think. You could even put a bow on it. That would make it extra cute.
Can I make a bow?
I don't care. You want a bow? Come here. Let me see your fat head. Now you've got glue on your forehead. Ha ha ha.
Good. Okay, and stretch.
Let's see if this is good.
You're right, Mom. This does make it hard.
It looks like a weird goat.
Mama looks like a weird goat.
Your arm.
Oh, okay.
Can I do Priscilla?
No, you cannot.
After the sacrifice, yeah. After dinner, after the sacrifice.
After class. Let's see if she's good. Girl, quit wasting cotton balls.
I'm making a bow out of it.
There you go. You're meant to make a bow with paper.
Blah, blah,
Ba ba
blah.
Yeshua sheep. Have you any wool?
Yay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop it. That's
3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for the saints. 1 for the fatherless who live by the bank or sit by the bank. Ba ba Yeshua sheep. Have you any wool? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags
Okay, I
full.
didn't tie it this time.
Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. 3 bags full. Come here, Nava. Come over here. Ba ba ba. I don't know why your nanas keep giving you y'all soda. Weirdo. Okay, come here, Nava.
I got this so I can tell my bow.
Okay, well you need to scratch this paper so you can make your bow.
Wait, I thought I was doing it.
No. There you go. Come in the camera. Show the camera. Come here. Hi. Where's yours? Where's your mask, Kai, so I could put your string on it.
No way.
Kamari, give me your mask so I can put your string on it. So
I have like literally no idea where it is.
Ariel, you gonna come show everybody your mask? It's not supposed to come over your face. Watch out so you don't touch the camera.
Are you sure that's not mine?
No, this is mine. It already. Maybe you moved it somewhere else. Really? Seriously? Why you guys put so much glue?
Sorry.
Weirdos. Weirdo.
That's your after the
You guys will, one thing I'll say, one thing. We're not pulling, can you not pull, we don't have space for all of that out here. Kamara, you're gonna need to come here so I can,
Take that.
Kamara, you're gonna need to come here so I can, size your head. Take that other one off. Ugh.
I'm gonna sleep with this on.
Sit down, come here, sit down.
How can you do that?
Wait, just do it like that. Oh, you're talking like that.
Crack. Oh, why don't you like glue on your hands?
Because it looks like this. I just gotta cut that right there.
Look, I'm graduating.
You're graduating with tassel. Come here, Nava. Hold on. Put your thing down so we can all. Nava, come here. So we can all be seen. Be careful so you don't cut your mask to your face, and you're about to cut your ear. You're about to cut your mask. How about you let me do it? Put the thing down, Ariel, so we can all.
But I can't cut loose.
We're gonna
I
turn.
don't know where this thing goes at, Mom.
Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty saved by horns.
Hey, Ariel. Everybody, we're gonna sing our song. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Move your nose. Come on.
Where's Gremlin?
Bye.
Bye. Ready? Bye bye, Yeshua, she have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master and 1 for the saints. 1 for the fatherless who sit by the bank. Bye bye, Yeshua, she have you any wool? Yes, sir. How many bags?
3
Bags full, and I don't know what Kamari's doing.
Okay, so
Your horn's stabbing me in my mouth, Nava.
So you were supposed to be the master, Ariel was supposed to be the saint, and the one I threw up in the arrows for y'all.
It's for the fatherless. Weirdo. Anyways, that's our project for today.
And
I
this
think.
is my whole entire thing of plans and numbers for my birthday.
I thank you guys for everything that you've done, how you participated, how you came, and you listened, and you sang with us. We're going to pray out.
And then
Kamari,
I'm gonna press end of the video.
Ariel, cover your head.
My
Put your
house.
scarf on.
Hot.
Watch out. Stop. So I can move my
Go.
arm.
Hot.
Praying.
Kamari. You messed up my thing.
Hot. This guy's
I'm
hot.
praying
Okay. Kamari, will you close out in prayer, please?
Revealing the truth.
Okay, come on.
Thank y'all for today. Thank you for letting us have this great day. To appreciate the days that you've given us, that this happened to go better, and I still hope the service can be like this with more better types of crop finishes.
Amen. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys have a great rest of the Shabbat.
Wait, no, I have to. Mom, wait, I have to press in with my horn. So right
No,
as
we're
I,
not pressing
right as I
anything with
touch.
the horn. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Come on, move, you big fat head. You big fat goat. You being a goat.